fray, its land rent by tooth and claw.
You know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the star seemed doomed to unravel, and yet there were those who stood in defiance of that fate. It's all or nothing. Time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh.
While the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must then, but we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Pass the far
Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. I am in the wrong place. Let me move myself back. Welcome to another of our final parts of Endwalker. We are going to do the post-game stuff today. Most of the things we will try to do. It's honestly up to the queue whether we complete it all, I think, because as you know, I live in the EU, but I'm playing on NA, and it is Sunday, so we might get people actually playing this game. But we also might not get anybody playing this game. So, that's the fun of it. I think we will just do all of these side quests that are listed here as unlocked after finishing Endwalker, like the role quest. We finished all the role quests, so we can do that for sure. And there's so many other things. There's like at least 20 quests on this list of things we can do. And we still haven't talked to all our Scions. Because we completed Endwalker, but we didn't finish the final part of the quest because it was really late. And if anyone wants to know what happened on Saturday, my muscles are very sore. We were basically picking up tiles from this huge kind of parking lot area. And I was mostly taking pictures of it because it's like a community event. But I also helped. And my lower back despises me for it. I've got something stuck in my teeth. Well, that was fun. It was fun, but my back hurts. My back hurts a lot. It's like period cramps, but without the period. Kind of back pain. Anyways, we haven't talked to any of the Scions. They decided to disband officially. So we go back to being a shadow organization and solving the world's problems. And I'm sure we'll start with the topics of the Alliance raid and the raid. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the raid. It's just normal mode, right? It's not savages, so I feel like I should be able to queue it up easily. Not now, because people are probably asleep, but on a Sunday. But like on Tuesday or Thursday, maybe we can do those. We'll see. Right. Who should we talk to first? All the NPCs that don't have quest icons over them. I still remember the day we sparred together as though it were yesterday. To think how far we have come since then. Oh. Forgot to change this. Did I not launch this? There you go. Even now, I have not abandoned my dream of besting you in single combat. Friendly nature, of course. Though I clearly do not hold a candle to the war of light at present, I shall continue to train diligently, that one day you might consider me an equal. Thanks, Hoary Boulder. Oh. Far too much blood has been spilt and far too many lives lost. Still, I am glad I was able to do something to repay those who showed me a path to the future. Not that our job is over, of course. Far from it. There's much that remains to be done before the true and lasting peace can be achieved. To that end, Hoary and I mean to set off for Corvos. We expect that tensions between the Garleans and Corvosi will only flare more with the Empire's fall. I'm so glad the danger is past. There was nothing I could do but pray from here, so I was relieved to the point of tears when everyone made it back safely. I imagine we have more free time now, so I was thinking I'd study up on healing magic, that I could make myself more useful in the future. Our first stop will be the Astrologicum in Ishgard to learn about Charlian astrology. I must follow Oker's lead and continue to hone my skills. We may have accomplished our goal and put it behind us, but my time with the Scions provide memories that will last me a lifetime. What bliss! To think I was blessed with the chance to experience such unbridled brotherly love. But now that the Oker has decided to set off without his dear brother, without the two of them together, I fear I might suffer withdrawal. Lovely. I'm so glad I was able to be here this moment. You know, I considered continuing to follow in Hori's footsteps, but I've realized it's time I found my own way in life. Otherwise, I'll never be the man my brother is. First things first, I'm going to head to Redania to visit the Conjurers Guild and the Archers Guild. I will do my very best to brush up on my skills before I see you again. Flamin! The salvation of Minfilia dreamed of it Orzer comes closer to reality with every step the Scions take. Yes, the world may still be in throes of change, but it is improving. I see it happening day by day. I sit here, praying that whatever new road you walk will bring you the wonder and joy you deserve. Should you need to rest in between your journeys, do come and join me on the terrace for old time's sake. It is a shame that Scions are disbanding, even if only in name. I still vividly recall the day you granted me my uniform. The memory remains vivid, yet it feels like a lifetime ago. It was. I consider returning to Adder's Nest, but since I've come this far, I've decided I'll have to continue my journey and venture to Garlemald instead. I can't hold a candle to the infamous wandering minstrel, but I thought I might share with the Garlands a tale of your epic deeds. Extend them to the olive branch of song, if you will. The exploits of you and your companions are truly an inspiration to us all. I have never felt more compelled to hone my own skills, that one day might be able to accomplish such heroic deeds. Argmus means to visit Limsa, and I will join him to continue my search. I know not when we will meet again, but please take care of yourself. These characters are barely here. They're always on a mission, it seems. I can still scarce believe our battle extended to the end of the creation, but seeing the Scions' mission to completion was both an honor and a privilege. As for myself, I spent quite a while away from home, but I think I'll return to Limsa for now. And once I get there, my first order of business will be downing a pint or three at the Drowning Wench. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, this person's also barely in here. Owenvold has pressing matters. According to him anyway, a pity he couldn't be here to witness this momentous occasion. Though he bids me to tell you congratulations. As for me, well, once the Scions disband, I intend to resume my work in Wildgar's Reach. I suppose Owenvold will need support in Girabania too, though he would not admit it as much. Well, he will have my help whether he wants it or not. Feel a little strange. Now my link pearl's gone quiet. Since my unique skills no longer need for safety of the star and all that, I'm going to become an adventurer like you, traveling far and wide. I imagine I'll start by heading to Mercedia or the New World. Just need to find myself a ship first. You were but an amateur adventurer when we first met, but look at you now. You've grown into quite the fine young lass. Just as I always knew you would. One might say I ought to settle down in my old age, but seeing you now has set my adventures spirit ablaze once more. But the first journey I set out upon will be a long-awaited hot spring tour with my dear friend Home. Hell yeah. I'm just like, hell yeah, to all these people. There has been naught but chaos since the Telephori first appeared. Towers, lunar primals, the Empire, the final days. Yet we have weathered it all, and lived to see the sun rise on a new day. And now that peace has returned, I can finally resume my travels with my grandfather. Perhaps we will first go to Kokane to relax in the Bokai Sin hot springs. That might be nice. Of course, my journey will not simply be for pleasure. I will collect information on the territories I travel. Perhaps I shall visit Nakshia via Doma. I'd like to go there too. Alright, let's talk to everyone in... Oh, I forgot Tataru. Go on, Kokoro. Don't miss this chance to say a word to each of our friends. After all you've been through together, I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Let's talk to everybody from... I guess plot... not plot relevance. Chronological order. We'll talk to Alphanon Alcé. Technically, I met Thancred next. Technically, I met Thancred first, so maybe I should talk to Thancred first. Ah, our champion and savior. was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you, for that matter. On the mend, I trust? For the most part. I feel great. Glad to hear it. You're in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed by how swiftly you've recovered. Then again, it's hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Meteion defeated, the Song of Oblivion cut short, the source and all the reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. Now, Reen has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask no greater gift than that. And I'm happy to give that gift. As for the lesser gift, however, next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Orangier as aimless wandering. We have a purpose in our roaming. After all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the Scions on the world stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems that go unattended by nations. We will do our best to help out where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering, when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I am faring well and leave it at that, eh? No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, 'tis the rising stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this base, thence to return when our work was done? On the days the Scions came together, I only hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here for myself. Indulge me, Kokoro. I have a question for you, and imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? Best decision I've ever made. And I've made a lot of decisions. I can honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running. You'll likely get a certain funny-talking fortune teller in the bargain. Funny-talking fortune teller. Alright, then it was Alphinaud and Alisaie we met next. I think? No, maybe we're in the Scions first, and then we met Alisaie and Alphinaud? I'm trying to think. This was only like 2 months ago that we played ARR. I'm pretty sure we did a bunch of stuff for Raban, and then Raban was like, you know what? Oh yeah, they sent us up in the airship. Yeah, we definitely met Alisaie and Alphinaud wandering, and then we joined the Scions shortly after when we get attacked by Ifrit, I believe. Or something like that. That's something like the story. So, Alphinaud it is. Oh, Kokoro. Forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as a father has been, tending to the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I have made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to see their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Charlian. Both Alisaie and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will join those members of the Isobard contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helm the relief effort, with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the tempered across the lands. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Lycinia, my sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth in Lord Quintus's words. The truth that, whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. And what is our benefit? For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at mercy for both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them to begin anew. You'd best write to me, too. Or link pro me. Write you letters. Of course I would be glad to do so, but I would be gladder still were you to come and visit. I believe I speak for Alice as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing and will continue to do so. Yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you. Look to each other, Alfinar, in good times and in bad. A dependable comrade and a dear friend both. Oh, my hand. Thank you, Kokoro, from the bottom of my heart. From the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Kokoro, seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making another sweep for my belongings. Wouldn't do to find I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. Oh, in case you haven't heard, we've received new reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the lands surrounding the Bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, in Garlemald, and the frozen lands beyond. We also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area northern empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Scions too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but these localized crises should be well within the capacity of each nation to handle on their own. The Scions are no longer needed. Which isn't to say that we won't help out where we can, of course. As individuals, no more of this is order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alfinar. They're among the worst affected and still need all the help they can get. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though. That I'll curse my weaknesses, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph and the accompanying determined expression. That's what I'm here to do, express myself. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect. Like when you activated the teleporter without a warning. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere, trying my very best. Think you can keep up with me? You asked for it, so you had better watch out. Oh, yes. The next time we meet, I'll be vastly improved. So don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. Competitive as always. Alright. Who's next? Probably Yustola and then Iranjay. I think Iranjay is definitely like the last sign you meet because he's always in his study, studying the prophecies. Oh, are we saying our farewells too? I hadn't at present planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I'm averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I'd been meaning to ask you. Something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final days subsided. During our travels, we have witnessed more life than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles, more than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled amongst those memories are certain essential facts, the histories of Aetherius and the ancients, glimpses of Ea, of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is given shape and interpretation. When we seek to capture it with our words, it is invariably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well-intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity. Yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are a result of similar linguistic shortcomings, piling one upon the other until the end result is unrecognizable from its origins. Which is why I fear the writing an account in my own words to be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet, even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. But what say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences once we have shared, seek to preserve them for posterity? It's a hard question to answer as an academic. People are going to read your words and transform them, or you're going to transform your own words. Aye, let them be read and remembered. Very well, then. I shall endeavor to pen what I can of Ea, and the ancients, and of so many other wonders. But I am no scribe. It will be a less polished work and a more reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. A safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me. Venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new set of questions. Should you stumble into the unknown, or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. It never hurts to see some things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. That's true. You're so special, Yustola. Alright. Next, we're gonna go with Stinian, Iranjay, then Stinian, then Kryl, because Kryl comes post-game, I believe. I think she came post Heaven's Word. Final Fantasy IV music playing all of a sudden? Kokoro, thou hast spoken with our comrades. Though this parting be not forevermore, is nonetheless occasion for sorrow. Into a pixie's path, navigation of such farewells is perilous endeavor indeed. But part, however, the low poets embark upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for creatures of Aetherius. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the forum, bent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more each party must learn of the other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a cadre of Loporets hath gleefully dispersed across our land in the name of mutual understanding. Atlin, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of this star. And 'tis the not own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irresistible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. Just like all the Azims, having witnessed that which strove to achieve, I wish most cleanly for their long labours to be rewarded, that their abiding affection for man result in a boon for all. Moreover, hope to continue our acquaintance, and sharing such knowledge as they see fit to impart. You are the first to truly understand them. Dost thou think so? The Loporets are certainly possessed of a unique outlook. It hath been my pleasure to act as the facilitator upon this star. Mayhap I might yet serve as a bridge betwixt them and our fellow man, as Moonbreeder once did for me. Moonbreeder, may you rest in peace. Ah, but I shall digress no further. This day should belong to the signs of the seventh dawn, mine incomparable companions. Oftentimes hath mine reticence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet, here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Thus instead I do proffer my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if I must needs founder across stormy seas, ever shall I answer thy summons. Frickin' Final Fantasy IV music. Alright. Stinian. Hello? Is anyone in there? If you have something to say, then out with it. Just wondering how I'll earn my keep now. Oh no! What? I thought your adventures had any number of ways to earn coin. Until the Scion's mode of operation has changed, we should be compensated as before. In any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Emmerich hear about our disbandment that he offered me a position as guardsman in the Imperium district. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment, and have. Some days ago, a Harnish envoy arrived with word from Vitra. The worm requests my presence as soon as things are settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons like as not. In Thavnair, like elsewhere, the phenomena caused by the final days abated when you defeated Meteion. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Sharlayan, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vitra and the Forum, such souls may remain in Sharlayan if they wish to work and study. Vitra was always the satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in the name as well. One who has the complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago, I would have assumed his benevolence hid ulterior motives, but 'tis clear he cared for his people, and they in turn revere him. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Petra's kin sought release from conflict, so weary were they of the suffering and rot they sundered to oblivion. But Midgard Sommer didn't give up. He made the journey to distant Aetherius with his clutch of eggs. And though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. That is their legacy and their triumph. In my lands, I feel the weight of their struggle and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me my strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, there might be an opportunity to earn coin. Just the mercenary in the end, huh, Estinian? Alright, Kryle. Poor Kryle. Never gets to do anything except for stand around. Oh, Kokoro, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I can't apologize enough for sending Zenos to find you in Ultima Thule. I mean, he helped us, it's okay. When he came to me in Charlie and I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make the decision, I reasoned that, if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause. So I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your early exertions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. My decision almost cost you your life. No words can express the remorse I feel. It worked out. You did the right thing. Calm down. I accept your apology. It is a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and time again, I've been made to feel woefully inadequate. I wasn't much use in battle, nor could I face the form without my nerves getting the better of me. Powers fell to you and the others. I must, and will, do better. I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Aldyceon. Through our work, Charlian will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunchest of help in Raha, Nojika, and our other remaining members. Together, we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us? Not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel a love for the tasks itself. I'll always be there for you, Kryle. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. Alright. Finally, it's Graha time. Graha, Graha. The sweetest boy. Oh, Kokoro, might we have a moment to talk? Oh, we're going off in the corner. What is he going to talk to me about? With the Scions stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. And after speaking with Kryle, I've decided I'll be assisting her in the rebuilding of the students of Aldyceon. Please, not the Final Fantasy 3 music. Not only am I indebted to the Master Galuf for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would never set foot in the Crystal Tower. How different my life might have been. I would never have met you, never become caretaker of the tower, never become a Scion. You gave me the chance to do so much good, to continue to do so with the students. For an added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps. Mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise. To embark on a new adventure together, like any we've experienced before. Yeah, let's go, baby! Whenever you have time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you into the unknown. Yeah, let's go. Do you recall in the realm of the Omicrons when I asked if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your epic? Yes. While it is true that to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams, in the end, nothing would give me greater joy than to stand with you in here and now. It needn't be some grand endeavor. There needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you. I hope that you will do the same for me. Without a second thought. Hell. Ha! I'll hold you to that. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows? Perhaps we will even encounter survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, is it implausible that some found themselves far from home? And could we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come? I would bid them seek new adventure with someone, and with that partner find a new purpose, a new dream. For if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word. And should a commission of interest come my way, you will be the first to know. Hooray! We did it! That took a while, huh? Almost an hour of just talking to these guys. 40 minutes of just dialogue. Broken your fill, have you? If so, thinking to send everyone off. Let's leave the Rising Stones for good. With your permission, then. Your attention, please! At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till next we meet. Be well. Ooh, we got Argos. Ah, that's how we get the Argos mount, huh? Cute. Bye, guys.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then.
Yeah, safe and warm journey.
Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
My boyfriend?
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Charlia before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Radzat Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways, each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
Where am I going? That's the real question. I guess I'm going with Estinian. I want to go finish the role quests.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge her plans.
Is it my secret? I don't have any, guys. Whoops.
Quite right.
Indeed. Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
I'm going to go do the role quest. That's my plan. I guess I'm going with Estinian. Finn. Yet stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end. And that's true, because we already know there's an expansion. Oh. Why is my camera frozen? Why did that happen?
The constancy of this place never
Hello?
ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal. And yet, something stirs. Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night.
The raid? Is that what we're doing right now? The
Beast.
raid?
Hungers. Alas,
There.
I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium.
Well, not today, but yeah, at some point,
sights
hopefully.
we shall
That's the
see.
plan.
The sights we shall see.
I'm going back to the past to do a raid in the future. Too much time travel. I'm confused. I've unlocked new content. Additionally, I can go to the dead ends with a party of NP avatars. Rest well, champion of Therius. For many... I didn't get to read that. It was too fast. For many adventures await, I think is what it said. Alright. Got our shiny dog. We've got our Vana. We've got our music. Hooray! Alright. Where are we going? What is this? Oh. Okay. Let's see, what's the first? We're gonna do the role quest first. So let's go do that. Let me find where they are. Not that. The first one is from Shirabat, and Shirabat can be found in Radzatan. That's what I thought, okay. Oh yeah, Shirabat. Yeah, okay. We go to Radzatan for our role quest. Finish our Master of Role Quests. 1, 2, 4 quests. Is there like a gear person I can buy from now that I finished the game, actually? To get like better necklaces and shit. There's definitely merchants here, but I'm not sure what they're selling. Here we go, tombstone exchange. Oh no, we need these ones. Oh, they sprite. They do that so that you can't get all the gear. You have to actually play the game to get the new gear. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Radiant gear. This is probably from doing the other stuff. Doing the other stuff. Indeed. Ultra light tombstone. Man, you need to farm those, huh? You have to specifically do the new content, I think, to get those, right? Level 90 dungeons. Oh, now I can get them. Okay. Now that I've gone to the end, I can get them. Okay. Well, I'll worry about that later. Gemstone trader. Oh, what did it say? Oh, we have to get max rank and all the things first. Fair. Don't know what any of that is. For now, we'll work on... Still need to get freaking so much gear upgrades here. I wonder if there's a trader who's just selling normal necklaces, because I might just buy level 90 jewelry. Guess not. Interesting. There's no actual, like, armor or anything here. Maybe in Charlian there are? Well, let's go to the, over here, all the Radiant Host. And talk to our side quest here. The glint of Shirebot's eye suggests she was hoping you might pass through. Well, if it isn't Kokoro, all-around good egg and champion of, well, the whole world, I suppose. Word travels fast, my friend. We've heard all about your exploits, defeating the blasphemies and the plague that good people of Eorzea and Doma. Sadly, there are other fell beasts that yet want for slaying, but fear not. Our efforts to bring them low proceed apace, and we have naught but glad tidings from our allies. Perhaps the most surprising report comes from Werlit, where soldiers led by the infamous Black Wolf fought alongside Alamegan troops for yet another hard-earned victory. Reports from Garlemald, however, suggest another blasphemy threat lurks in the snows, and we received a petition for assistance. I'll go help them. Strange, don't you think? When the effects of the final days began to spread in earnest, we encountered a great many monsters in Garlemald, but never blasphemy. And to make matters worse, they say the Garleans, who chose to remain rebuilt, have begun transforming into yet more hideous creatures. From what I understand, it was you and your comrades who brought an end to the source of the final days, is that right? Even so, it would appear in effects will linger a while longer. Until the malevolent influence on Akasa subsides, I dare say, this won't be the last time we hear of such things. As for the blasphemy, we have reason to believe it is a great deal stronger than any we've faced thus far. Your strength and experience would prove quite valuable, if you're willing to help, of course. Why, of course I'll help! Truly! Our contacts at Charlian would be thrilled to hear it. Though they did not explicitly request your presence, it was clear from the first that they were hoping for it. Though if I'd be maybe frank, I was not expecting Charlian of all places to be so concerned with the present state of Garlemald, with what their strict policies of non-intervention. Perhaps we'll find out the reason before this is all over. But that's an inquiry for another time. I'll not keep you any longer. Once you arrive in Garlemald, I should think the intelligence officer stationed there would be more than happy to apprise you of the situation. Alright. Garlemald. Oh, that's right, we can... Should we make a new outfit? I feel like we should just be wearing this outfit forever now. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I wonder if we can... Nah, we won't have time. I'll just wait. If I did these earlier, I might have been able to. I think I can do... It seems like a face to do leveling roulette. Seems like a waste to do any of this stuff on a lower level like a character not getting EXP. Like, I think what is my highest level character after this? Dancer? Oh, that's right. I should be leveling my sage. That's true. The sage is all the way at the bottom here. Oh, speaking of which. I put my sage here. So I can switch to it easier. These are like my main classes. I did like Aetherology a lot, actually. Sage. Your Parisian Aether's Gold gauge unlocked. Aether's Gold gauge and can accumulate stacks of Aether's Gold, which are restored automatically over time. Aether's Gold can be consumed to execute actions such as Dur Shoal and Curve Shoal. The gauge builds stacks of Aether Sting when the barrier effects of Urgra Diagnosis or Urgra Prognosis is completely absorbed. Aether Sting stacks can be used to execute actions such as Toxicon and Toxicon 2. Euphrasia, when active, can be used to enhance the effects of Dosis, Diagnosis, and Prognosis. Okay, so it's put Euphrasia on and then it makes those ones stronger. Shit. So many skills. What is this called? Eggero. Got so many skills. Swift cast. Here. So dream can go here. Rescue can go here. Sleep can go here. Does damage. Does a heal. Increase the effectiveness of your healing spell. Gradually restore HP to all nearby party members. Okay, so this is our Medica, basically. Augments certain offensive healing actions. Upgrades. Okay, so this is... Deals unexpected damage to target all enemies. That's our AoE. This is... normal Medica. Direct the magical barrier around yourself and party members. It absorbs damage equivalent to... Okay, that's like a damage resist. Deals unexpected damage to all target and all enemies nearby with bonus to the first enemy and less for the remaining enemies. Okay. Deals unexpected damage to all nearby enemies. That's also an AoE. God. Oh, there's too much information. Okay. God damn it, there's too many skills. Whatever. Attack. Oh. Shit. Oh. I fucking don't know. This is like my emergency button. Do I not have like a normal heal? I guess this is the normal heal. I don't have a dot though? Interesting. Oh, here we go. Here's my... Okay. Okay. What is this? Okay. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Oh, goodness. Okay. Right. That's problem solved. Let's go back to Garl Mold. Camp Broken Glass. I'm so thirsty. I need my salts. Alright, intelligence officer. Give me the deets. Kokoro. The Kokoro. Glad to have you with us, miss. I presume you'll come to assist in our hunt for the blasphemy. Maxima and Lucia will be pleased to hear it. If you'd come this way. I have arrived to help you with your hunt. It's good to see you, Kokoro, though I wish it were under more fortuitous circumstances. We were reluctant to call upon you, knowing you but recently returned from the far reaches of the heavens, but we are no less glad for your aid. Now, then, I believe it best the man who first discovered this blasphemy explained the situation. Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Nero? Oh no. Fortune all. Ah, Kokoro. Good. We may have forego interjections then. Thank you for answering our call for assistance. As for the situation at hand, it concerns a joint effort between the Forum and the Loporits to find a new purpose for the moon. While there is no longer need for a vessel to evacuate the star, we believe the moon may yet prove of use to the people of Aetherius. Okay? What's your ideas? After much contemplation, a rather ingenious proposal was put forward. transform the moon into a repository for man's knowledge. An archive of hitherto seen. Sharlayan has long had the honor of boasting incomparable repositories of the world's knowledge, but it is far from perfect. Should calamity befall us, natural or otherwise, the wisdom of ages we have long labored to preserve would be lost. But the moon is beyond such risk. What's more, it's beyond the jurisdiction of any one nation. Thus did we consult the allied nations of Eorzea, the Far East, and Razad Han. They agreed to assemble a survey team to take measures of the moon and its potential as a repository. I think the cat wants to come in my room. Hello? What are you doing? Playing with the hair tie. Our plans for assessment. Playing with the hair tie. Our plans for assessment were stalled, however, by the presence of the entity we believe to be a blasphemy in the Tower of Babel. Flames of Galdian citizens transforming into monsters shortly after its discovery only gave further credence to our initial supposition. But we've not only ill tidings to share. Reinforcements have been dispatched to aid us in quelling the blasphemy threat. Lord Artorial and a member of Gridania's Keepers of Entwined Serpents have already begun an investigation into the catalyst of these transformations. Though the skies no longer burn, and the spread of this affliction is much curtailed, we must remain vigilant. Until the blasphemy threat has been quelled, Alphinon and Alice have graciously offered to help keep calm the people of the Tertium while we attend to the people here. Sounds about right, but the matter of the blasphemy is not so easily resolved, I'm afraid. We recently met with certain complications that have hindered our plans. Ugidi and Vordola are presently deliberating how best to resolve the situation. Perhaps it would be best if you heard the details directly from them. I should like to join you, if I may. As this endeavor was originally undertaken on Sharlayan's behalf, I feel it's my responsibility to see this through to its conclusion. Man, they're letting Vordola leave Alamigo? That's pretty cool. Such character development here. Somehow I should have known you'd would turn up eventually. I'm always in everyone's business, I know. I did not expect to see you here of all places, but I'm no less glad for your presence. I presume word of the blasphemy is what brought you here, in which case I believe it may be best if our member of the reconnaissance team's guard explained the situation. An acquaintance of yours? Ah, what the hell are you doing here? Long time no see, Lawrence. I heard tell you were the worldly sort, but bugger me. I heard you were the worldly sort, but bugger me. But bugger me. If I know where you heard my name before. I'm just a lowly sword for hire, hoping to fatten my purses with a touch of mercenary work after taking my leave from Limsa. The job sounds simple enough, but, well, I'm sure you wouldn't be here if it were, eh? But you didn't come all this way to hear about me, did you? The blasphemy we're after here is making its nest in the upper reaches of the Tower of Babel. The auxiliary sector, I believe it. But it wasn't alone. A sizable horde of beasts were circling about like knights protecting their queen. Naturally, we thought to strike from a distance before engaging in earnest, but not a single bullet reached its mark. They were protected by some manner of mystical shroud, as far as I could figure. With a keen eye for magic, I don't see anyone getting through. I got magic eyes. By the time we understood the futility of the situation, we'd been spotted. Retreat was our only option. Pains me to say it, but there won't be any brute forcing our way through this one. My understanding was that, once transformed, these blasphemies are completely devoid of either. With what energies could create such a barrier? A dynamis barrier. That's the question, isn't it? At first my thought was some heretofore unknown technique for conjuring shields. Needless to say, I'm out my depth when it comes to matters of magic. Which is precisely why I plan to speak with the Elder Seetsier when she arrives. If anyone can help us find a way to overcome the blasphemy protection, it's her. In the meantime, could you trouble you to help with the not-so-small matter of people changing into beasts? The blasphemy's horror was large enough when first we found it. We can't afford more to join its ranks. Well, very well. We shall reconvene with Lord Arturiel and discuss strategy. Ah, before you go, there's something else you should know about the tower. From the moment we set foot inside, I could swear there was something watching us. I shrugged it off, thinking a figment of my imagination, but in hindsight, I'm not so sure. Nothing to worry about now, but best keep your guard when you do finally return to the tower, eh? Okay. Lord Hien will be arriving ere long, aptly dressed for the cold, I should hope. Gosetsu would not doubt count himself fortunate to be absent if he knew we were here. God. Well, what I wouldn't give for a nice bowl of hot soup. Arnvold sends his regards. By the way, he asked me to tell you not to push yourself, but we all know what a waste of breath thou proved to be. Got me there. Stranded at the station, huh? What quest is that for? Maybe. Oh, I don't have my Aether here, do I? I haven't done none of the Aether quests here. I can only fly on the moon and in the frickin'. What are you doing? I suppose you must be the friend of Verminold wanted to fetch. Oh yeah, this is probably for an Aether quest. Yeah, my thanks for getting him to agree to my proposal. Do not misunderstand, I have yet to agree to such things. I really wanted someone else present during our talk. Very well, though. I believe my preferred deal would be a boon to us and the Isambard contingent alike. I used to work for the Genturna Platform G, you see, so I know more than most about the facility and its operation. That may be so, but your relationship to the facility notwithstanding, why should a Garlean such as yourself still be taking refuge in Tapper's Den? We've been led to believe that the former workers residing there were from other territories. You're right on that technicality. I was a supervisor, rather than your typical staff. When the platform went down, it only seemed right that I stay with my crew. I always thought we were close, but living alongside them in Tapper's Den has made me realize that I took them and their skills for granted. Not to say nothing of the blind eye I turned in their struggles. That's why I came to you. By the time I'd be of some real use to them, and everyone else, if we're lucky. If we manage to get the platform working back in working order, it'll dramatically increase our capacity to plump and refine ceruleum for everyone in the region. Sadly, we're more than a few hands short of a full workforce, not to mention a lack of supplies, which is precisely where you come in. Help us get things up and running again, and you'll have your share of the ceruleum coming out of the rig. You can come up with a more mutually beneficial arrangement if you tried. Toby says, what do you think? He seems trustworthy to me. Yes, I've been leaning the same way myself. Ultimately, what he says about the potential benefits is true. Nevertheless, I doubt the higher-ups would assent to this. I suppose that is how it goes when you are dealing with the military types. For what it's worth, I do understand the hesitancy to throw your lot in with someone from a hostile nation. Oops, kicked my camera. Thus, the part of my proposal I should do you a service to prove myself worthy of the contingent's trust. I'm gonna take my boots off. I had a look around the fringes of your camp here before you arrived, and I've spotted a few ceruleum engines in need of repair. If I fix them up, your superiors would have no reason to suspect that I want to see you driven out. Less reason, in any case. Assisting us with the local technology would go a long way, I'd imagine. That said, I've not heard anything about the ceruleum engines we've scavenged breaking down. Not as if they're entirely useless yet. But I guarantee they'll not be running as they should. Give me the opportunity and I can have them working more efficiently and safely. You are welcome to accompany me while I do so. That way you can ensure that I don't get up to anything suspect. And live out for me with your superiors. I have no objections. I trust you will sense anything amiss. Let's begin with the proper inspection then. We can get to work as soon as you're ready, Kokoro. Alright. That was a long dialogue. I'm cold. Probably because I left my door open. The cat got bored of playing with the hair tie, I guess. I just want to... It's Sunday, and I just want to cuddle up in my blanket. That's all I want to do. Some literal cozy, like actual cozy. I just want to be cozy. Scream. Cozy, cozy. Cozy, cozy. Oh. Oh. My muscles are so painful. Manual work so hard. There we go. Alright. I'm following this guy around. Though the ultimate object is to get the engines running at full capacity, the purpose of this inspection is to work out what parts we'll need. However, I would hate to fumble something and be accused of sabotage, so I'd appreciate it if you could be the one to lay hands on the devices. Never fear. I'll be right behind you, telling you what to look for. If we inspect, say, 3 of them, we should have a decent idea of what needs repair. Lead the way. Now accompanying me. We need to look for things that need repair. I wish I could play this game with a controller and then just sit on my couch, but I would probably make my brain melt if I attempted to play this game with a controller. We're looking for a 3rd engine somewhere. There we go. Give me my Aether current. How are our engines? Alas, I fear that each of those examined are guaranteed to break down sooner or later should you continue using them in their current state. Surely you jest! I swear it on my integrity as an engineer. You are in dire need of instruction in the proper operation of ceruleum engines. You saw the little lamplight when we touched the switch, correct? That only illuminates when there's an issue with the engine. They were switched off for the fuel when the settlement was abandoned, no doubt, to prevent them from burning out. Only let them freeze solid instead, ere we turn them on. In the state they're in, I can only assume it didn't occur to you to warm them up first. I noticed you have the heating technology of your own, but it will do no good should the engines just power them break, now will it? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain from my assistance. Huh. I'm a machinist from the frozen climes myself, and what you say sounds plausible enough. Very well, on behalf of the camp, I formally ask you to repair the ceruleum engines. I suppose that means I'll be taking responsibility if anything goes wrong, so may as well use your own two hands this time. That's the spirit. I knew you'd come around. Thanks for the air. Guess I should actually see which quests for air I have here. This one, and this one, and how much air do I have? Probably still missing a bunch. I'm missing an actual quest too. Is it this one? Ran at the station, probably. There's another Aether quest that I haven't done. Where is it? Is it inside the building? I guess it must be. Not in here. Can I even go in this building? Wait, what? Oh, there. Yeah, here we go. Gallus scans surroundings, but what? Or for whom? I've seen you before in Meteion, yes. I was part of the first group transferred here, but there's something I'm trying to find. A small boy, red hair. Have you seen him? I have not seen anyone. He's probably still refusing to budge. Oh, my apologies. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Gala, 1st Legion. I've been doing what I can for the refugees, though I suppose I am one myself. You see, I've always tried to help those in need, and some call me a busybody. In fact, before joining the military, I was a member of the Vigils Urbani, and it was our duty to keep the citizenry safe. Old habits die hard, though, which is why I'm determined to look after that lad. He's been separated from his parents in the chaos, but he won't leave the station without them. Thing is, there's no place for a child his age to be fending for himself. You've seen the conditions there. He needs food and warmth, but you and yours have been kind enough to offer. I should go back at the station and try persuading him to join your camp. Could I trouble you to accompany me? It'll do him good to see you're not the monsters he probably thinks you are. Very well. Thank you. Well then, no time like the present. Okay, northwest. Nothing close. Alright, here's everyone. Our friends. Under normal circumstances, I would have never dreamed of leaving the Elder Seedseer's side, but considering the nature of these blasphemies and the calamity they bring, I insist on representatives of Gridania precede her arrival. It would appear the investigation into recent reports of refugees transforming is well underway. Ah, Kokoro, it is good to have you with us, my friend. Indeed. The road before us is not an easy one, and a woman of your talents will prove invaluable to our efforts. We but recently returned from reconnaissance, wherein we made a few rather surprising discoveries. First and foremost, we were pleased to discover that no one residing within Camp Broken Glass or Tertium have turned, no doubt thanks to the concerted efforts of Maxima, Alphina, and Alice. However, we have reason to believe those who did turn all hail from Locus Amonis. I mean Corvos, the Garlean ancestral home. The very same. When ill effects from the final days began to manifest there, a number of Garlean refugees from the region sought sanctuary in Garlemald. But the capital was already in ruins when they arrived. They were offered asylum, but many refused and instead chose to fend for themselves on the outskirts of the city. We are of the mind to go and speak with them directly if you would care to join us. Perhaps together we can learn what of the recent circumstances triggered such a terrible change among their people. Frozen Hope. Artorial is eager to begin his inquiry. Time being of the essence, I believe it prudent we split into 2 groups and cover as much ground as we may as quickly as possible. If you and your master Alfotional could inquire after the people of Victor Spoils, the 2 of us shall see what we may learn of Liminal Station 4. When you are finished, pray meet us there. Right. I love the Ishgardian bow. Victor Spoils is to the east of here, yes? Let us be off. But first to the northwest, because I need to go get an air. I haven't aired it out here. Hello, what are you doing? There you are. I knew you'd have the heart to help a soul in need. Okay, we have to get her somewhere, I guess. Granted at the station, Children of Our Future, A Frozen Hope. Where are we taking this lady? Oh, we're taking her down here. First, to the northwest. I need to get this, Aether current. How northwest is it? Is it all the way? Oh my god, is it all the way over there by the train station? It is, isn't it? No. On top of it, is it? No, we can't even get up there. As soon as I clicked it, I already saw it. Let's do this air quest. I'm just looking at what quests we can do. There's the Pandemonium quest. I want to do that stuff all on like maybe Tuesday. Maybe Friday. Whatever we can get done. I know like the raids and the Alliance raids all take a day to do. Just the quests alone take a long time to do. So we'll see what we can do. Discuss the Magna Glacies. It'll be some time yet before we've mapped the entirety of this vast expanse. It's just north as far as the eye can see, unhospitable to even the hardiest of explorers. It's a wonder that the Garleans survived at all, let alone went on to form the Empire. In the Magna Glacies with my own eyes, however, I've gained some understanding of their disposition. Discuss the Ceruleum. This is only hearsay, but I've been told these masses are formed when ceruleum bursts from the earth and comes into contact with the surrounding water, freezing instantly and capturing the movement of violence forevermore. The water's mixed in this prevents the ceruleum from being set aflame, so we can't use it as fuel without refinement. The amount of ceruleum you get after it all works is barely worth the trouble. Pure ceruleum is wrested straight from the earth. That's what those rigs you see off in the distance are doing. Or so I've heard. Here we are, safe and sound. I couldn't have done it without you, friend. Now that's all left is to deliver the goods. Let's enter those caves and get some shelter from the freezing winds, eh? Well, the goods have been safely delivered, but I'm afraid I have one more task to beg of you. Of course, I'd do it myself if I could, but I'm afraid the calls for someone with skills that I lack. You're not obligated to help me again, but seeing as you're already here, maybe you won't mind hearing me out. Are you offering me wind? You're not offering me any wind? Then I don't care. Bye! Sounds like a personal problem. Alright. Go all the way over here now. Wait, let me check if there's any Aether things around here. Oh, there's one literally around here. Good thing I checked. One hiding behind this corner. $500 to the north is pretty north. Do that one. House of the Dead stuff. Must be up on this liminal station 4 area. I'm not sure how to get up there. Ah, here we go. Go away! No, it attacked me. Sorry, I'm just looking at all of the quests we have unlocked. Okay. There's so many quests we've unlocked. Oh my god. Too many quests we've unlocked. But I'm mostly looking at the purple quest. I do care about this quest though, which is why we're doing it. There's a lot of quests. So I feel like it's gonna take all day just to do this roll quest. Because I keep getting distracted, so that's fine. That they should choose to reside here in the cold. I can but presume they would not be amenable to conversation. Even so, we must not be deterred. Come. Nothing here then. Shall we meet back here when we have finished? Can't imagine why you or anyone else would feign interest in our troubles, if you insist. You'll find a great many of the people here were in the military at one time or another, some retiring with honors and others without. Sadly, I'm one of the later. Bore one too many scars in battle. Even so, my contributions were enough to warrant leave to move to Locus Ammonius. It was a land of warmth and bounty. The Corvosi rebellion admittedly proved troublesome for a time, but it didn't take long for the Second Legion to quail their uprising. You could practically drown in the calm and the quiet. And then one day, the skies came alive with flame. We were overrun by a manner of foul beasts born of our brothers and sisters. The Second Legion barely had time to assemble before they were overrun and snuffed out. Barely escaped with our lives. But we were greeted only with more wrack and ruin on our arrival here. We've not the strength to take our home back from the Corvosi a second time. Nothing left for us anywhere. That is pretty dismal. Come to hear our grievances, have you? We've more than you have time to hear them, I'm sure. We've lost no one but 2 homes. We've lost not one, but 2 homes. Our loved ones, our livelihood. There's nothing left. I served time with the military. For what? Losing my friends, my son, and there was naught to show for it but our claim to Locus Ammonius. Or so we thought. Calamity was visited upon us for reasons we know not, and when we thought to flee, it followed on our heels to Golemold. Ruin and ash at every turn. Well, to be fair, you're set to fail, I guess. Talk. What is there to talk about? We've no home. No future. Nothing. Doom spells the end for us all. Did you learn aught of how they came to be in such dire straits? Yeah, it's a long story. Long, depressing story. I see. I've heard much of the same. The military forces of Locus Ammonius were defeated in the wake of the final days. Desperate to survive, they naturally fled to Golemold, seeking sanctuary. It was their hope that the might of the Empire would allow them to reclaim the home they were forced to abandon. The capital was already in ruin when they arrived. Needless to say, the lands they have long believed to be the ancestral home of the Gallian people may remain forever lost to them. Those unfamiliar with history would believe they have always resided in the bitter cold climes of northern Isambard, but that was only after the Corvosi invaded 800 years prior. With the advent of magic, I imagine it was all too easy for the Emperor Solus to rally his people to take back what they believed to be rightfully theirs. Yet history would tell us true. The land they called Locus Ammonius has been known by the other names and served as a home to myriad peoples. Indeed, one need only look back to the Alligans' reign in the Third Astral Era to give the lie to the Guardians' claim of sovereignty. Yet, even as they such ancestral ties to Locus Ammonius, antecedents cannot justify their animosity to foreign peoples. Animosity poorly veiled by delusions of justice, as have been the case for so many nations throughout history. Would that man have the sense and strength of will to break free from such chains of hatred? Help! Somebody! Help! They've turned! Another monster. Quickly, Kokoro. We haven't a moment to lose. Run! One of my mates seemed unwell, so I thought come look over and look in on him. Next thing I knew, no one appears to be injured. Did he not attack? He just walked off in the direction of the tower, dazed as if it was calling to him. He could not have gone far. If you would go after him, I'll remain here and see that all are accounted for. He just ran away, huh? Interesting. That definitely looks like a blasphemy. Alright, beast has been felled. The beast is slain then. Thank the heavens. For a blessing, none others have turned, and a measure of calm has been restored, only for the moment. Witnesses were able to offer a clue as to the source of the transformation. They claimed the afflicted was listening to the radio. Even now, it continues to play the same cryptic message. Yeah, that creepy... Oh. Has nobody taken control of the radio at this point? Empire, no more. Never again. Rise, arise. Though disordered by radio static, you hear a voice saying, the Empire is no more, never again shall it rise from the ashes. But how is this possible? There are no facilities left standing that could possibly deliver a broadcast. Anima is capable of sending such a message. Is it true? But, be that as it may, Anima is no more. Our Babel has fallen into disrepair. By your hand, no less. It begins the good question, who or perhaps what could be behind this? Kokoro, Master Fortuno, a moment if you would. Oh, hello everyone. Shortly after your finished our inquiry in Liminal Station 4, Lord Emmerich and Admiral Merlewib arrived and requested an audience. Apologies for our late arrival. Knowing firsthand the devastation of which blasphemies are capable, I discussed the matter with the Admiral. We were of one mind that the situation warranted our immediate presence. Is it safe to presume a representative from the survey team has already arrived? Indeed I have. Thank you for coming all this way on such short notice. Recent events here at the camp have proved most enlightening. Yes, enlighten us. And this is the aforementioned radio. Empire. No more. Never again. Rise. Ashes. A harsh reminder of this misfortune. Sufficient to push some wayward few over the edge, it would seem. Yet there still remains the question of who is sending this message and from where. Glory everlasting. Golem old. For glory everlasting for Golemode. No, it couldn't be. You recognize this message? A mantra often spoken by Lord Nerva. Anyone who would live in the province and under his authority could scarcely forget those words. He sought to claim the throne after the assassination of Emperor Vars, did he not? After a civil war broke out, he all but disappeared according to the intelligence we managed to gather. How could he have managed to breach the tower undetected? To have done so and remain unnoticed by the creatures infesting the tower seems a nigh impossible task. Let's... Do you think the voice on the radio is a blasphemy? Do you think the voice on the radio is Nerva? In a matter of speaking, yes. Not as the man he once was, but a blasphemy. Robbed of the throne and forced to watch the empire he longed to command crumble before his very eyes, such loss did not drive him to the same fate as Quintus. The despair he felt no doubt overcame and turned him. That's too bad, indeed. Nervous delusions of grandeur aside, the Garlean's plight sounds not unlike the Sahagin, desperate to preserve their spawning grounds. Indeed. Though unscrupulous by any measure, the Garleans found solidarity in their ideology, as did the people of Ishgard in the church. Adrift without home or purpose, it's all too easy for despair to take hold. Would that remedy were as simple as offering them land as we did the Sahagin? In all likelihood, the Garleans would refuse to settle for aught less than what they believed to be the ancestral homeland of Locus Amonis. A claim the Kavosi would readily take arms to denounce, would do well not to further fan the flames of animosity twixt them. Then perhaps, at the very least, we can offer them peace of mind, and a mean to regain some of the semblance of stability in their lives. To offer them true comfort and stability, Garlemald must be rebuilt. Alright everyone, get your tools out! By no means an easy solution, but perhaps the only one worthy of pursuit. Of course, the new Garlemald must remain a sovereign nation, free from the oversight of others. Aye, they would see no meaning in it otherwise. If I am not mistaken, Alfinar and Alice already made strides in helping the people here regain some normalcy in their day-to-day living. A most important first step. It will mean little without proper leadership. Rather than a single individual, perhaps a governing body of sorts would prove more effective. I'm so cold. There are a number of former Senate members among the refugees at the Camp Broken Glass. As I recall, with their help, creating the framework for new governance is not an impossibility. Then let us call the people together and see what they make of the proposal. I'm just curling up during these long cutscenes in my little blankie. They look very demoralized. The final days has taken much from you all. I can imagine the pain you feel in the face of such a miserable loss. And though the final days have been averted, the effects yet linger, and a blasphemy has been born of your suffering. Decisive actions must be taken before further harm is wrought upon you. To overcome such adversity is too great a task for any one person. But as people united, there may be yet hope for the morrow. While it is not our place to decide how you will move forward, we will offer a small measure of guidance. We were told a number of former members of your Senate yet remain among you. Would you be amenable to interim government led by these individuals, until such time as Garlemald can be rebuilt? Rebuild Garlemald? Such a thing truly possible? Even if we do cobble together some governing council, they won't be making anything of that pile of ash we dare call Garlemald. They're not going back to Locus Amonis either, rack and ruin. Those are our only options. I realize to rebuild Garlemald is a seemingly impossible task. But you need to take it alone. My children are working with members of the First Legion as we speak to begin an organized relief effort. And there are others from the provinces no doubt willing to lend their aid and expertise. You need but ask, not as would-be conquerors, but as brothers and sisters of this star. Others will heed your call. If you should see no merit in rebuilding Garlemald, then I would instead offer you residency in Sarlian. I promise you will be welcomed with open arms. Sarlian. Now you'd expect us to go and lick boots of some country we've never even heard of. My apologies if it appears I appeared overly forward in my proposition. Considering our strict policies on non-intervention until but recently, not surprised that you are unfamiliar with my homeland. It is an island nation to the north, home to myriad peoples, which is why I believed it would not prove difficult to accommodate you and yours. To be clear, you would not be migrating to Charlian to live in the servitude. You have my word that each and every one of you would be guaranteed citizenship upon entry. And what exactly would you go to such things for us? For the conquerors you barely know. Charlian was long aware of the coming doom that would be the final days, and so we were preparing to evacuate the star, taking as many people and resources as our stores would allow. Initially, it was our intent to save the people of Garlemald as well, but we had not forgotten your transgressions invading Alamigo, your rejection of our entreaties of peace. After a great deal of deliberation, it was decided that we would forego an invitation to Garlemald. A determination made with great trepidation. They were gonna abandon Garlemald? I mean, yeah. We had convinced ourselves it was ultimately for the greater good, though I can think of at least one individual who would continue to protest. Me, probably? To ignore the plight of those who once conceivably saved is not wisdom, it is indolence. Oh, his own father would have been like, the fuck? Sage counsel I blatantly cast aside when confronted with the final days in earnest. But Kokoro here and her companions refused to forsake those we were otherwise unwilling to save. With great risks in themselves, they have achieved the impossible and opened my eyes to the error of the Forum's decision. If all the roads lead to ruin regardless, perhaps we should at least consider it. Then it should be my pleasure to invite you all to Camp Broken Glass, where you shall have warm food and beds both. Follow me, sirs. This guy's like, fuck this, we're out of here. Can't save people who don't want to be saved. That's unfortunately just something you have to learn to accept. Admiral Merwib and I shall speak with Maxima and the others, consider how best to assist the Garleans moving forward. Should we broach the subject of the blasphemy, however, we will not hesitate to call upon you. I'm so cold. I'm slowly sliding out of frame because I'm so cold. So it was warm today, and then it started raining, and now it's cold again. freezing. Why can't spring come? Springy time. Warm wind. Alright. Alright, next part. Misguided view. Yeah, right, it's freezing. Though visibly relieved the garlands are safe, the hardness of Horshinol's eyes suggests your work is far from over. With the Garlands hot at ease, the likelihood of others turning has greatly diminished. That said, it's no cause for us to grow complacent. We must needs find a way to overcome this blasphemy's protective warding. If I understand correctly, a blasphemy's behavior is oftentimes influenced by the memories and emotion of the originator. Hello? Meteion just showing up? In which case it would be prudent to learn more of the man who birthed this monstrosity. How fortuitous then the number of soldiers from the 3rd Legion are in custody. For mercy, their tempering was not so severe as to be beyond our ability to heal them. They are presently... Oh no, it's somebody's minion. Okay, I thought freaking Meteion was just showing up. For mercy, the tempering was not so severe as to be beyond our ability to heal them. They are presently being treated at Camp Broken Glass. Perhaps the camp's intelligence officer can tell us who among them knows aught of Nerva's whereabouts. Right. Back to the camp. Starbird. Speaking of which, I need to switch my mini. It's Alpha! How cute. We'll do the Alpha quest. I think it's only 2 quests long. Oh, that's some yellow armor. Oh, look, it's little... What, pudding way? Finding way. Oh, that's so cute. Hello. I'm trying to pull myself closer to my desk. I see. Perhaps it'd be best if you speak with Virgilia, the goddess of the 3rd Legion. She's still on the mend, but the Turgeons aren't like to oppose a brief conversation. We'd wait here a moment. Accidentally disconnected something, I guess. When I moved around, skidded around. Wow. She looks edgy as hell. Hello? Ballsiest champion, I presume? And one of her cohorts. What business have you with me? Isilbard is faced with an imminent crisis, and we believe the knowledge you bear may be a key in stopping it. Seeing as you survived, didn't commit suicide because Garlemald's collapse, like somebody. Thus do we believe the blasphemy to be Nerva. His whereabouts in the wake of Garlemald's fall, or lack thereof, giving credence to our theory. Lord Nerva? From what we have pieced together thus far, you are one of the last to see him alive. Please, will you not share with us what you know? Very well. Though I suspect what meager knowledge I possess shall avail you not. I last spoke with Lord Nerva shortly after the warring with the 1st Legion began. Cloistered within the lower levels of the Sinoculum Imperialis, he spent the better part of the day listening attentively to the radio. He seemed hopeful, or perhaps desperate, for news that the tide might turn in our favor. The next day, I left for the front lines. It was there I heard the terrible noise, which I assume came from the Tower of Babel. Then darkness took me, and I remember naught after that. Shit. I was told the radios protected those close to them from the effects of the tower, in which case Lord never have remained unaffected. But he has ever been devoted to Golemold. For glory everlasting, he would say. To watch the empire he loved so dearly crumble, I can think of no one who would be more stricken by the sight. It would seem we were right to assume what became of Nerva. And it does not surprise me the beast would choose to make his nest within the Tower of Babel. It stands atop the remains of the Imperial Palace, the throne he revered so highly. But the Empire is no more, and Lord Nerva apparently is no longer the man he once was. He deserves to be laid to rest, together with his dreams of glory. We will fell the beast. You have my word. What a tragic way to go. Not only does your military coup fail, but you fail to do anything at all. Apologies for the interruption. Connie-san has arrived and we're ready to depart. It is good to see you, Kokoro. Master Fortuneau. I have spoken with Lorenz of the ward protecting the blasphemy, and I am quite confident some manner of Aether-based magic bars our path. If I may be so bold, Elder Cencia, reach the same conclusion initially, but this simply is not possible. These creatures born of the final days are devoid of Aether. As such, they would be unable to pursue such a barrier in the manner of which we are accustomed. You suppose it's possible they manipulated dynamists to achieve a similar effect. And instead of an Aether barrier, it's a dynamist barrier. I thought to dismiss the notion of a barrier fueled by Aether. That is, until I stepped foot here in Golemold. Even now, I can sense streams of Aether flowing towards the tower. But that's what the tower is designed for, that's not weird. Its purpose was, after all, to harvest reserves of energy sufficient to reach the moon. Even if one was incapable of manipulating Aether directly, it stands to reason control of the tower would alleviate such a need. It is merely conjecture, of course. I cannot say for certain until I have examined the currents within mine own eyes. Might I ask you to accompany us? I would join you as well, if I may. My injuries would keep me from being of use in battle, but my knowledge of the land should serve as well as my blade. I would not be opposed to your company, but it is not my decision to make. You may go, as long as she remains under watch by you and the others. Very good. Might I suggest we begin with Brigio Abominissima? I sense the greatest confluence of Aether in that vicinity. Let us go to the place. Oh. Who's following us? Who's following me? I wish I had marshmallows, but I don't. So instead we're just laying here in my blanket. I'm like, my heater's on, right? My heater is on, and it's just that cold. Yeah. There's like a draft. No matter how much I heat up the room. What is this? My knee is here. My other knee is here. I'm playing like in between my knees. This is very comfortable for me for some reason. Don't question it. No, I wanted to summon my mount. And you can kind of see my toe if I do this. I'm wearing socks. east. This is how I play video games when I'm not streaming. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not sitting straight in my chair. I'm just like laying down. Everybody's here. I heard word that Alden should be arriving before long. I can only picture him knocking his knees, muttering under his breath about the cold. Part of me does not wish to believe this blasphemies Lord Nerva, that I failed to protect him, and yet I will never understand how anyone could grow accustomed to such cold climes. I'm sure it's just my imagination, but I can't but feel we're being watched again. We are being watched. They keep on showing me in the cutscene. It would seem I underestimated the resourcefulness of our adversary. Automated death machine. Oh. As I thought, the other stream here flows towards the tower, as do all others in this region, no doubt. This convergence first began with the Telephoi erected spires in all corners of Eorzea to fuel the Tower of Babel. But once destroyed, this divergence of Aether should have ceased. Alright, whoever you are, if you have business with us, quit your skulking about in the shadows and speak your piece. Was you there in the tower, wasn't it? It's Nero. My, you're sharper than you look. I recognize you, Nero, yes? Why are you following us? For pure curiosity. Who said I'm following you? Being a native of Garlemald does not stand to reason I might be inclined to come and see what has become of my home. Yeah, but you were hiding behind that destroyed bus. I know not what you're scheming, but we've no time to entertain your games. Perhaps Master Garland would make better company for you. Bear me. I'm a man of great ambition and greater intellect, far beyond the scope of anything Garland could hope to achieve. He still keeps his head in the clouds while I set my sights to the stars and beyond. Which is why you snuck into the tower. But like us, you couldn't get past the blasphemy to reach the transporter. Yes, well, I was very much hoping you would dispense with that little obstacle. And having caught wind of your plans, curiosity compelled me to see if you would truly up to the task. You have reasons to believe we are not? Or perhaps does this great genius Nero mean to dispense with the blasphemy himself? Far be it from me to steal your glory, having come all this way. But as I am feeling generous, I'll tell you what I learned during my time in the Tower of Babel. What is that freaking... that smile? I was able to access its systems, you see, and discovered one of those dreadful spires still appears to be active. Impossible. They all vanished when Anima was destroyed. Yes, I've heard of your escapades reclaiming the remains of the Emperor, but obviously you failed to reclaim his entire body. It stands, a piece of him remains powering a tower of the Fabrica. Oh yes, the manufacturing district just north of the erstwhile Imperial Palace. A rather impressive feat, considering how these lands are so utterly devoid of Aether. Barely enough to sustain life, let alone to spire. But if one were to use Varus's remains to forcibly create a confluence of sorts? Precisely. And from what I've gleaned from the tower systems, his heart serves as its core. Of course, you're not with the blood, but you're precious either. Now Nerva has amassed a surfeit to shore up his defenses. How fortuitous he should find so perfect and impetuous for his design, stolen from beings' minds than his own. I'm very like him. Oh, did I say that out loud? You'll forgive me if I fail to show concern for your ire. Shit talking the frickin'. If what you say is true, these lands could never hope to recover from such a paucity of life emerges. We must hurry and find Varus's heart. Both spare the land this wanton harvesting and deny the blasphemy the source of its protection. Are we to presume you have an intention of aiding us? As I said, I have no intention of stealing your glory, though I fear victory may soon slip through your fingers if you do not act quickly. The Tower of Babel was designed specifically for anima to serve its core. However, forcing himself upon the system has caused it to grow increasingly unstable. My calculations are correct. They always are. It will be long before his presence triggers a system meltdown. The resulting explosion will destroy whatever tenuous streams of Aether breathe life into the land of Goldemold. But more importantly, we will lose our only means of reaching the moon. The heavens forever denied my genius. How so very unfortunate. In the event, it would seem time is of the essence. That's all good, well and good, but even if we know which district to search, finding the heart will be like looking for a needle in a bloody haystack. Actually, I may know where we can start. It's rather hazy, but I still have vague recollections of my time serving anima when I was enthralled. Yeah? We were commanded to erect some manner of facility tucked away in a corner of the Fabrica. I remember not what it was for, but it was a good place as any to begin our search. Certainly sounds promising. Surely the facility will be heavily guarded. That's what I'm here for. Huh? Then maybe it'll be good for the best. Maybe it'd be best to divide our forces. It's just the four of us. Shouldn't prove too difficult to sneak inside and find the heart. Meanwhile, our main force can stand ready to storm the Tower of Babel when the barrier gives out. Leave it to us. Combat? Gameplay? Oh, I'm so excited. I can press buttons and click my mouse. Don't get too excited. Bring, bring, bring. This is Olivia. What? Very well. We will return at once. What's happened? A number of Gallians have left camp for the Tower of Babel. Oh shit! They have somehow misunderstood the threat of the tower and convinced themselves that Nerva has taken refuge there. Still clinging to their ill-placed patriotism, no doubt. Gosh darns it. What are we going to do? They could not have gone far. If we act quickly, perhaps they can be found before they come to harm. Perhaps. Wise man would not waste his time on a few wayward refugees. I thought you Sharlayan scholars knew better. To ignore the plight of those who one might conceivably save is not wisdom, sir. If it is all the same to you, Kokoro, I would join you. Right, let's go find these refugees. I will return to camp and begin preparations for our assault on the tower. Ah, and I suppose I should go as well. Alright, refugee time. Though I'm unarmed, I promise not to be a burden. That said, it would behove us to avoid any undue confrontations if possible. Now then, let us be off. Alright, he's now following me. Let's go. I think there's a freaking Aether current somewhere around here. Northeast. Quite close. Oh, I think I see it. I think I see it over there. I'm coming! So fast. What am I riding? Oh, it's Argos! I'm riding Argos. He's so fast. Or feels fast, anyways. Boop beep boop beep boop beep boop beep boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. Hello, refugees. No trace of them here. Let us keep searching. Hello? Someone help, please! Did you hear that? It came from over there. Alright, just go run off into the wilderness, why don't you? I'm assuming there's an Aether current up here, because I don't know what other reason this is here. Yep, there it is. Why is this even here? How many more do we have? 2 more, okay. Southwest. Oh, southwest is this way even. Bonk. Owie. Oh, I got stuck in a hole. Let me out. Southwest. Southeast. Is it inside this? Oh, I hear it. Inside this? How do I get in here? There it is. Whoa! I jumped too far. Okay. That's quite far away. Let's go find Fortunal. Where did he run off to? Where did he run off to? Is he in one of these buildings? Oh, there. Bunch of blasphemies. Easier said than done. Okay. They are understandably shaken, but otherwise appear to be unharmed. You're the one who came to speak with us before. We heard Nev had returned and we were assembling his force in the tower, but... yeah, into blasphemies. He's definitely a monster and he's gonna kill you. No! Not Lord Neva, too! Then there really is nothing left for us. I'll not deny your situation is dire, but you are not without path forward. I believe you have passion and conviction needed to rebuild Garlemald, if you so choose. Or failing that, you can begin a life anew in Sharlayan. Rebuild Garlemald? No, there's no point in entertaining so lofty a dream. And we would sooner die than suffer life under the rule of another. Alright. You would sooner seek death than sanctuary. The resolve is admirable, but sorely misplaced. If you would not see Garlemald rise from the snow and ashes here in Isilbard, might you consider venturing into a new frontier? New frontier? And where exactly is this land ripe for exploration? There, on the moon. It is our goal to create a repository of man's knowledge there, free from the jurisdiction of any nation. I understand that magitech and technological advancement of Garlemald were without peer. The expertise would be indispensable in the endeavor, if you would be willing, of course. Have you a better alternative? Lest you forget, Garlemald did not rise to grandeur for complacency in present or rumination in the past. We live for the future. It is in our blood. Life is not without hardships, of course, and even I have met with the occasional stumbling block. But ever should I stumble, my eyes are forever fixed skyward, seeking ever greater heights. Yeah, maybe Nero can lead them. The Empire may be lost, but I still possess a great deal of knowledge gained from it, and a desire to seek more. The very notion of exploring the moon is an unprecedented prospect, and that he would balk at the proposition boggles the mind. Consider this. You have heard the beasts of the final days are born of those hapless souls that had given up on everything, yes? If that is indeed the case, can you tell me why you still stand before me? Because deep down you believe your life is yet worth living. Deep down you long to reach for the unreachable. Or perhaps you don't. If you should choose to lay down and die here in the snow, that's none of my concern. Reach for the unreachable? That sounds like something I would have said back at the academy. Alright, we'll go. But it's better than dying here in the snow, as you so grimly put it. Thank God these guys got some sense beaten to them by Nero, of all people. Then, we must first dispense with the blasphemy that commands in the tower. It's hard to believe Lord Nerva, of all people, could be turned into one of those monsters. Please, you must stop him. Put his soul to rest. Thank you, and sorry for causing all this trouble. Thank you for arousing call to action, but I thought you had no interest in meddling in our affairs. Lest you misunderstand, I abhor the idea of my countrymen blindly following nobles they know next to nothing about. Besides, it would be the most piteous sight for not a single Garlean to be among those venturing to the moon. Who else am I to prevail upon to learn of a new findings up there? Well, look at you. Aren't you just the coolest? Literally don't care about any of these? No. Alright. I told myself I would not get overly involved, and yet here I am. Should have known better. Fortune all is eager to regroup and make ready for battle. Finally, some gameplay. From what Neros told us, time is now a luxury you can ill afford. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass, if only for the moment. There is no doubt finishing the preparations for battle. Alright, let's also get these final Aether things done, because I think they're all up here. West? Very west, even. Is it all the way in this corner? Okay, sure. Literally, the farthest reach of Garlemald are these Aether currents in. Alright. We should still be doing Star Wars RPG today, hopefully. Even though Ross can't show up, but we'll see, because everyone still has to have an opinion on it. I've already explained my opinion, which is if one person is allowed to skip out and we can continue without them, then what's going to stop it from everyone doing that? I guess. It's just a worry. Not saying that the people we're playing with are just going to like skip out because, hey. But in a way it does create this idea that, you know, why should I care? No one else cares, I guess. Kind of thing. Because that's what happened with the previous tabletop we played. I was the only one who seemed to care about it at the end, which was really sad. It's a really sad place to be when you're the only one who cares about something. I'm the only one here who cares, and I don't want that to happen again. I don't let things go, okay? I know I made a joke with Alice about her learning to accept death and let things go, but it's because I see it in myself. I don't like leaving things unfinished, like we had to do with Abomination Vaults. My prediction is correct. He should still be around here. His name is Volusus, but most know him better for his scarlet locks. Considering how reluctant he is to leave, I doubt his answer would be calling out for him. Would you mind helping me look? Let's find the red-haired menace. The red-haired menace. Also, is there another Aether here? There are none. Good. Okay, we got them all. Red-haired menace. Not hiding behind some boxes. Not hiding back here. There he is. And also a lookout point. Tertium is the third station along the rail network which serves the imperial capital of Garlemald. Equipped at a dispatch yard with generators and other facilities, it was taken over and fortified by the remnants of the First Legion following the city's fall into ruination. Alright, Volusus. Who are you? It's me, the champion of light. I'm here to save you. Volusus. We've been looking everywhere for you. Still refusing to join everyone at the other camp, I see. I'm not going anywhere. No, not without Mom and Dad. Don't you see? It is for your own good. I know you. You came here with Julius, didn't you? Please, you've got to listen to me. Mom and Dad are alive. I know they are. No one's saying that, they aren't. Sorry to burden you, but I'm feeling that he'll be more cooperative once he's got this off his chest. Hear him out, would you? I'm not gonna hear him out. Good luck with that, kid. I'm out of here. Hear him out, will you? Actually, I shall not. Goodbye. And if you'll let me, I wanna see it in motion in 3D. You won't regret me. Champagne confetti. I wanna see it in motion in 3D. You know I like it, girl. 3D. Like it, girl. 3D. Can I get up here? Jump, Argos, jump! And if you... Okay, I need to get in there somehow, I think. How do I get in there? Where am I even going at this point? Here we go. This boy ran away, I guess. Another blocked street. Who are you? I'm here to ask why the hell you're in the middle of nowhere. Mother sent you? Huh. Tell her I won't go to the enemy's camp. I'm going home. And then I let him run away. God damn it. Stop following me! No. I've been hired to find you. For 1,000 gil, okay? So I'm gonna be chasing you. Once again, the boy with the sky blue hair has taken flight, and will only like be looking over his shoulder for signs of trouble from now on. With a weary sigh, you resume the hunt. Follow the boy from a distance without being noticed. I know you're there. Stop following me. Perhaps I lost her. Yeah, perhaps you did. This way's blocked too. I'm going home no matter what. Must have been the wind. Not gonna catch me, loser. He's walking so slowly. Ah! Perhaps I lost her. I'm still just standing behind this pole. Well, it must have been the wind. This kid is more paranoid than anybody. Is someone there? He almost got me that time. He almost got me. Oh, it must have been the wind. He almost got me that time. Freaking sprinting down the street to come look behind the bus. The most paranoid boy on the planet right now. This can't be. It can be. You can't get home because it's impossible to get home. No, our home. It was right here. Right here. Yeah, it's flattened now. The whole area is flattened. You again? Leave me alone. I'm staying here to build a new house. Bigger and better than the old one. And I still let him run away. Child has escaped your grasp yet again. Though this may be construed as a particularly tiresome endeavor, remember that he is only a child and knows no better. You should find him before he comes to harm. Thanks for the moral lesson about not letting children be abandoned. I know this quest is really annoying, but you need to protect them, okay? To get your Aether current. I understand, game. You don't have to tell me that. Don't forget. You're the adult here, so you have to take care of the child. All right. Look at his little cute mittens. Why do you care so much? We're enemies, remember? Why are you trying to help me? And how would your mother feel if something were to happen to you? I don't care what you say. I don't need your help. My mother's worried I should go back to the station. Wow. Look at how quickly his emotions changed there. What the fuck was that? I don't need your help. I need to go. My mother needs me. Emotional whiplash of that child. I must go. My people need me. I've been called away. I think we're only going to finish the role quest today. Which is fine. This is always a short stream on Sundays. I was wondering when I would see you again. I'm happy to report my son has returned. Poor creature. You should have seen him. Tears pouring down his little cheeks. Crying his apologies to me. I know that you were the one who found him. Though he didn't mention a word of it to me. I almost couldn't believe my ears when he said he wouldn't mind moving to your camp. He was dead against it only hours ago. What could have happened, I wonder? Revelation that this house has been destroyed and that he almost got attacked and killed? What? He was attacked? By that horde Magitech, you say? Goodness, that must have been quite a shock for my little man. Thank you for coming to his rescue. There is a salutary lesson to be gained from all of this, though. One that I hope he retains. Do not scorn a proffered hand when one is needed. Whether that hand be a friend or foe's. At any rate, I thank you for finding him. Not much, but please, I insist. Thanks. Wow, I thought I was right. It was about 1,000 gil that she was giving me for that. Alright, now we can fly here. You know. Finally. Alright. Let's get ready to storm the tower. For the second time. I should hope the other's absence means all proceeds apace. Good, you're here. With the recent arrival of reinforcements, our preparations are all but complete. Apologies for our lateness. It seems we are at least in time to help deliver the crushing blow. Aye, if the fates are kind, this will be the last we see of these damnable blasphemies. Commander Alden, Lord Ian, thank you both for coming. Yes, of course, understood. Lawrence and the others have reclaimed Varus' heart. The barrier protecting the blasphemy should soon dissipate. Then our time has come at last to storm the Tower of Babel. Admiral Melwib and Lord Amric await our arrival at base. Then we should be about it, eh? I suppose this is an opportunity as any to keep my hammer from rusting over. I will accompany you as well. As the former representative and a member of the survey team, I feel it my responsibility to see that through to the end. Let's go then. I didn't take you as the fighting type. Despite appearances, I am no stranger to battlefield. Indeed, I have seen my fair share traveling the world in service to the Forum. Though I may not be equal of Alvin or Alice, we shall not find ourselves wanting, I can promise you that much. When you have all finished your preparations, we shall reconvene at the Ensildeum. Alright, the Ensildeum. Where the hell is the Ensildeum? There, okay. We can fly again! Whee! We're flying away to the place. Alright. It's duty time. The final role quest of the game that I can complete. All present and accounted for, shall we proceed? We progress through the battle, we'll save the certain points. We're gonna do a multi-battled for glory of Garlemald. They've all come. For Garlemald. Our objective is simple. Locate and eliminate the blasphemy. Nerva. Though the barrier guarding him is no more, a number of beasts will surely block the way at the auxiliary sector. Off to a smashing start, I see. Would seem the tower will reach its limit sooner than I anticipated. If we're to save the transporter, we must hurry and find Nerva now. Alright, let's frickin' get this shit done. It should go without saying, but stay on your guard. was quite the menagerie of horrors when last I was here. You act like I haven't been here before. Onward! They are upon us, to arms! We've been nice, we'll hold them off. Press on, my friends. Leave this to us.
The winds favor us.
The path has been revealed. The path has been... Resistant lot, aren't they? First tower of blasphemy, it seems, yeah. I shall hold the line here. When you see an opening, take it and do not look back. Goodbye, Emmerich. Forward! Out of our way. Now, never didn't make things easy. Let's get this over with. Perfect, it's in the perfect spot, baby. Oh, I moved before I cast it. Meteion. Thanks a lot, guys. Victoria? The Aether? Okay. There's so many ads! Did we do it? Oh shit. Alright, let's do the rabble. You focus on the larger one here. Very well, with me, Kokoro. I'm already attacking it, dude. Oh, that misses up. Oh no. Should have used for stone first. We did it! Giant bird defeated. It was getting really big there at the end. That was scary. Is that the last of them? I never expected to be doing a dungeon with all of these very important characters in Final Fantasy 14. But it's happening. We're doing it. Of course not. We can afford for them to impede our advance any further. Commander Eldin, let us hold them here. Master Foshinol, take the others and go. Quickly. Understood. Never, yea, Galvis. He's one. Oh no, he's the giant face enemy from frickin' the Final Days dungeon. Leave. Now, Goldemold is mine. Mine. Alright. That was not it. That was not it. I'm completely messing up my rotation. Fuck me. I thought I was in the right place. And I did use the wrong skill too. I've messed up everything. Why am I not dual casting right now, hello? Hold on, Kokoro! Rise, my faithful. Giant lasers. I just trust Fortunal. He's standing in the right place, and that's where I'm gonna stand. On the healer. Damn balls! Bring them here! Leave the rest to me! Now what do we do? We're about to get giant. Find me quickly! I shall take the brunt of it. You volunteered! I'm not gonna say no. God, be good. Almost there. It's almost down. We almost got it. It's fine. There we go. We've come too far to give up now. This is true. Let's put an end to this, shall we? We mustn't yield, not now. No, Garlemald is mine. We did it! Nerva has been destroyed. Whew. Roll quests complete. For now, anyways. The last blasphemy has been purged from this star. For glory, everlasting indeed. Just hanging out with the leaders of every single country. Is it over? Has the danger passed? By a hair's breadth, perhaps, but yes, I'd say we've managed to avoid a fiery ruin. Our path to the moon is open once more. The duty of Sharlayan has ever been to chart the course of history, not to change it. Thus did we fervently hold to our policy of neutrality and non-intervention. In truth, it was all in service to our plans of exodus, to band this star to its ruinous fate. Harsh though it may sound, I still believe it was ultimately for the greater good. Thanks to you and your comrades, however, it was a fate that did not come to pass. Sharlayan will now find a new way forward, not merely for the preservation of knowledge, but for the betterment of this star and all who call it home. I believe I speak for all of the Forum when I say it would be an honor and a privilege to work toward such a good goal alongside the allied nations. Aye, an age of true and everlasting peace is finally within our grasp. And we will seize it together! Alright. As much I would dinner time. As much I would enjoy a riveting conversation with Orzia's champion, I really must make ready for the moon. Now, if you'll excuse me. Alright, alright. It is a relief to know we have no longer need for battle. Despite my experience, I must confess I am ill-suited to it. The allied nation leaders, meanwhile, demonstrate an aptitude for combat far and above what I might expect from diplomatic figures. And you, my friend, I see now why you're so well regarded as Orzia's champion. Glad you could see me in action. The others have already begun an arduous journey home, but before you go, I would offer a word of thanks to the both of you. If not for your timely assistance, our plans would be forfeit, the lands of Isilbard forever defiled by the blasphemy. Please, I've no need for your platitudes. I'll ever only to further my own ends, nothing more. We've heard the news. Thank you for everything. With Lord never laid to rest, we've the peace of mind to move on without regret.
You are. What's this I've heard about you cleaning out the Tower of Babel? Are we finally ready to return to the moon?
Ah, what fortuitous timing. Allow me to introduce you to Living Way of the Loporits, Moon Dweller and Overseer of the survey team. Living Way, these good people will be the moon's first residents. I trust you and the other Loporits will take good care of them. Pleased to meet you.
Resident? Oh no! Oh yes! Splendid! After many long years of planning, preparation, the moon is absolutely and most definitely ready to accommodate your stay.
It did not. She was not ready for that. Glad to hear you. Glad to hear it. And apologies for the delay. I must first confer with Lawrence and see our final preparations. For your residence to be and the survey team shall be ere long. Oh. Might I trouble you to relay word of your success to Shirabat in Razatan? To think the tidings all the more heartening coming from you. Until next we meet. Huh? Wait, you're not leaving for the moon without me. Run, Nero, run! Take your long legs to the moon. Why does he need the teleport for? His legs are so long, he can just stretch and reach it. Long-legged man. Alright, let's go back to Razatan, finish this quest, and then I'm gonna eat dinner. Because hungry. Alright, Razatan. The Radiant Host. Right. I'm doing it. I'm playing the video game. So it's true then. The blaspheming golem mold has been struck down. They were right to call on you, it seems. And with no other outstanding reports of blasphemy sightings, I dare say you've slain the last of them. Perhaps now we can finally start to put the final days behind us. Strange though that may sound. On behalf of my fellow delegates in the Radiant Host, I extend to you our humblest thanks. I hope when next I call on you, it will be under more fortuitous circumstances. I'll go with this. Yeah, we did it! Yeah, why did it become a cat girl at the end there? We've done it! We've completed it! And now we're done for now until tomorrow, where I'll do some more side quests, I think. And then we'll work on our patch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of those next week. So take care. I will be back shortly after eating dinner for some Star Wars tabletop RPG. That's right, we're playing a kind of defunct Disney, I think Disney made Star Wars Edge of the Empire, which is all about the time in between A New Hope and I think A New Hope. I think it's between New Hope. 4 and 5, I think. Or was it 5 and 6? Either way, the Death Star's been destroyed. We're a bunch of miscreants, mercenaries, and other mysteries running around the universe currently in the Coruscant, trying to steal a necklace. One day we will steal this necklace. I think we're getting a new member today. So a new person will join our group in our... I don't know. In my goal to get as much money as possible. That's my character. She just wants money. So, I hope you have a good one. Take care out there. And see you soon. Or see you next time.